was just telling Summer, they love me in the Eastern Bloc. Well, but she doesn't know what the Eastern Bloc is. The Eastern Bloc is, remember my friend Cattle and the Romanian dog trainer? Bumpers! I mean, nachos, good. And I'm going to tell you why that worked. One, because I had my pager. You know, it's weird that he wouldn't do the silent recall the other day. But he is used to that name, too. They get something called any name. If he started to run right now, and I called his old name, which was Bo, remember? And before that, I think I called him something else. I want to change his name to Captain Mustard. Captain Mustard!
Come to anything. He loves his new name.
No. Or Professor Mustard or something in that game Clue. It was this game Clue. I will just tell you, in Monopoly, because my family was big on these family game things, I always wanted to be the Scotty dog in Monopoly. I think there was a dog in Clue, too. I wanted to be the shoe. I think I always had to be the iron. It was actually the iron. Summer's like, oh my God,
yeah,
you poor woman.
That's horrible.
All right, so remember, what I'm saying to myself right now is, if I'm going to teach the dog anything, I do want a dog that's like this. I mean, this is what I want. If I'm going to start teaching the down, and I mean, I feel bad because we are training in real time, maybe one day behind. But I said 2 weeks ago, I remember saying I was going to get them downing, but, you know, what I run into is, again, forcing myself into the habit of doing it. It's easier for me to do the trained retrieve. I can do that like 10 minutes in the morning. You know, but I've got to, what now? And so now what I don't have, you see what I don't have is a dog that's facing me. So, nachos, good. I'm not going to do anything unless I've got this. Listen, it's Billy Joe, nachos, good. And I'm going to tell you why that was good, and I'm going to get a grip on my thing. I do, the other part that I have to start teaching these dogs, besides the down, is don't make the leash tight. And I can tell you he has no inhibition to make the leash tight, because what he's doing is making the nachos, good. And he flung back in my direction. But what he's doing, the bug is turning into the fish. That bug is buzzing around. So now, since there's no fish to get, he's getting that bug, which is a B. OMG, 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 OMG. We'll tell you right now, if they default to that behavior, there's a couple things you need to do. One, get your foot on there, because I'm going to be ready. I got my finger on the pager. If he goes to get up, I'm going to add, and he's really not, he's got very, very little leeway to get up. I want him to get up, though, so I can add the pager. It really isn't about, and that's what people don't want to understand. If this is my child, and I'm teaching my child, when I call you, I want you to respond. That's to me what I'm saying to this dog. You know, so I am being very deliberate. You know, you don't want to be, you know, the people that called wolf. Because if you don't think there's such a thing as people that can learn to ignore phone calls, oh, just watch Dr. Phil. They had that one stalker. Or I think that maybe that one's coming up this week. I definitely have to see it, where the guy's like works on, you know, like the train, which not like, you know, like the choo-choo train, more like, you know, like the BART or something out in San Francisco. And then he just falls in love with this girl who doesn't like him at all, and then calls her like 100 times in an hour, and so just a complete stranger. I think my stalker's bad. My stalker just bad-mouths me on her page and no one listens at least. This guy, you know, so it's on there. He's real stalkerish. I mean, when you get into people that bad, it's like mental illness. But yeah, he takes all these pictures of her. It's just like on Seinfeld where the guy was doing that. All right, so I can tell you what I've got right here. I've now kind of reinforced my down, but I'm not going to say to myself, oh, it's a learning-rich environment, because I need to add my pager a little bit more, or he isn't going to learn. All through, I can add my release command. But again, I want the tell. I want him to see, okay, she's going for the... I mean, if he learned that, oh my goodness gracious alive. I'm going to tell you, I didn't get a chance to hit the pager. And it was most important right then that I started, again, the behavior of, and I'm going to get my chance to hit my pager right here. And that's what I need. He's not going to learn if I don't do the pager. Down. Oh, yeah. Again, act quickly. Because his response was quick. Down. Oh, yeah. So what he's saying to himself, all through, what he's already saying to himself. I mean, I've got to tell you, I'm crazy mad in love with this dog. Nachos! I'm going to tell you what I did is I just let go of the leash, and I'm going to tell you why, because I wasn't prepared. And I'm sure you're going to say, oh, yeah. But that, you know, again, under the umbrella of the concise handling of the leash, I had to make the judgment call that I didn't have a good hold on it, and it was better. You know, he didn't say to himself, I made the leash tight right then. He said, I chased the bug. I can see we got a little theme going on here. Our plan of keeping him away from the fish so he doesn't do that has now backfired. All right, look, so I want him to see the tells. Okay, she's fumbling for the treats. And then now she's putting the pressure. I'm going to tell you what. And then now I am posturing. Down. Because remember, that's what he was doing the other day. I want him to settle. Oh, you precious. So remember, if we define down just like that from the beginning, he learned that just from the other day, though, when he was jumping up. You precious, precious. And I don't correct him for jumping up. I really don't. When people say, Arthur, oh, we say sit and stuff when it jumps, it's kind of like, that might make it seem like, you know, it was eliciting behaviors from you. And Summer has to take her acting class of the knot, because the other day they were jumping all over Summer. And I felt bad for her, because they do it to me, too. Oh, why? Did I already tell them the story about what Pretzel did? After I cleaned the whole van and wiped everything down, and right after I was just down to the last little section, and Pretzel jumped in the van and jumped all over the seats. So I had no reaction to that. I'm just going to tell you right now that admonishing the dog wouldn't have done anything. So what I need to do, he's already thinking, though, of defaulting. I'm going to get my foot on there, good. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's how close this little dog is watching me. His precursor is my putting my foot on there now. Good. My job right now, though, is to add that pager. He's doing it so fast, I'm not getting a chance to add the pager. I need to be quicker. I need to do it right as my foot down. Wonder. I blended him right into a down. And this is posturing, too. By moving around, if I settle him into that right position in the beginning, that's down. That's how I define down. So it kind of melted him down. You're not going to have that fluid pretty. You see, he might be the type that even kind of double taps his feet. But he's looking for the tell. I've already got it in my hand, but if I go like this, now I go like this, now I go like this. I'll tell you what I got here. I got myself a little superstar. Bye, guys.